Hi beauties, it's your girl, DrMeUp here. Figured I wasn't planning to make this video, but I figured I should because there are a number of women going through what I'm going through or even have gone through what I'm going through and have not found enough resources online about not only the process, but I guess a human experience and putting like a human face to it. I'm pretty private, so I don't usually like talk about these kind of things, but I figure if I could help one other person, then that's what matters. Anywho, I am a physician. I am an attending physician now, first year newbie. I'm a children's plumber, aka a pediatric gastroenterologist, and I've gone through what everybody else who gets to my level has gone through, from 4 years of undergrad to 4 years of medical school, and then maybe even a master's in public health or whatever. I've done an MPH, so that's another 2 years, and then their residency, however long that is. Mine was 3 years, and then another fellowship in 3 years. And next thing you know, you're 37, and you didn't have the luxury of meeting your life partner in medical school like some of your cohorts, and you are like, oh damn, I busted my butt to get to this level of career, and just because I've busted my butt career-wise doesn't mean I don't want to be a mommy one day. I love children, and of course I want to be a mommy. I mean, for goodness sakes, I'm a pediatrician, so you would think I should love children. But also, you don't want to just go and have a baby with any old Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you perhaps want to be more intentional. And not saying that most other people out there aren't intentional, but there's a lot of people who have babies just because. But I could speak on myself. I know I wanted to make sure I procreate with who God put on this earth for me and who is my spiritual match, and just so that basically I'm not messing up any future kids by mommy and daddy being messed up. So yeah, so I've been kind of intentional about it, but then I get to the point where, I don't know, something about turning 37. I'm 37, and like something about turning 37 was like, chick, you are not 27. You better get it together. If you want to be a mommy, you got to do what you got to do and look at other options in which to do so. So basically, I am doing oocyte cryopreservation, which in layman's terms, egg preservation. I am going through that process, and I wanted to document that process so some of you could learn a little bit more about it, because I don't think enough people are talking about it. And this is not just for physicians. This is really for any woman who finds themselves in their position like myself, and don't want to be crying boo-hoo, but be actually active about it. So I wanted to talk it over. I also, because today is just, I guess, one of those days. I broke up with my boyfriend of 3.5 years, and yeah, it kind of just a lot of emotions. But either way, I'm going to show you guys. So where I am going is, or started already going, is the Arizona Reproductive Institute. It's probably going to look backwards, so sorry. And I just want to talk a little bit more about it. So I'm sure everybody's questions first is, what are the costs? Okay, so there are costs for the actual, I'm trying to see, maybe, can I turn this around? No, I can't. It's not going to make sense for me to show you this paper, so I'll just talk it out. So their initial package fee is, and evidently Dr. Christine Mansfield, who I love her, she's awesome. She's kind of like my vibe, and she's super down to earth. So if any of you guys are interested, Arizona Reproductive Institute, check it out. Dr. Christine Mansfield. Evidently, she stated that they're one of the cheapest in the nation, which I'm not sure what everybody's financial situation is, but I know for myself, I'm a new attending and I'm backstroking in school loans like DuckTales, and some of you might be as well. So making it more affordable helps. Anywho, the total package fee is $4,600, and nice enough, I didn't even ask for this, but she gave it to me, a 15% professional discount for being a professional, a physician rather. So it's going to be $39.10. And what that $39.10 includes is the injection teaching, actual anesthesia for when the extraction takes place, the embryology lab services performed at Arizona Reproductive Institute, egg storage for 1 year, and just overall case management services and professional services. So that price does not include the $5,000 to $7,000 that will be needed for that you have to take the injections and whatnot to mature your eggs and get you ready for extraction day. So that's $5,000 to $7,000. So in total, what is that going to be? Like, let's just say 4,000 plus. So anywhere between like 9 and like 11,000 or something like that, roughly, which is pretty good because I have a friend in New York who stated that it's like almost 20K. So hey, if you could get it a little bit cheaper, not half, 20K, that's even better. What else did I want to say about that? Okay, so I could also show you kind of what the schedule looks like. Well, maybe before I even get to that schedule, I should ask, for those of you that maybe are like, say, studying for boards or like just curious what effect these medications would have on you overall, my doctor stated that the most common side effect would be breast tenderness and maybe some nausea and overall bloating in your lower abdomen. And it'll be maybe even a little more uncomfortable as you get closer and closer to the extraction. So that's just to be noted. So therefore, for any of you that are, say, studying for exams or like curious, like how long or will this mess me up? She stated it shouldn't. It'll just maybe be a little bit of discomfort, but you could take some Tylenol for it. You can't take any ibuprofen because that might get in the way of egg extractions for whatever reason. So I could show you what this IVF calendar, basically you get a calendar made. This is going to look a little backwards for you, but in a nutshell, let me break it down. I hope you guys could see well. Maybe this is a little better. Okay, yeah, again, it's backwards, I apologize, but you could get an idea. So there was one slot left for the July 7th spot, which I jumped on, and I'm like, that must be God saying it's for me. So I jumped on it. So this is based on the July schedule. So basically from day 2 or 3 of my next menses, which should start around June 14th or so, based on my lovely Flow app, I will have to start my oral contraceptive. So you can see in like the top corner. I wish I had an extra pair of hands, but I'm starting oral contraceptive day 2 or 3 of my cycle, and I take that every day unless explained elsewise on this chart. So anywhere you see OCP, I'll be taking it. Then it appears that July 2nd, that's a Monday, I'm going to do my first, baseline ultrasound and some blood work. And kind of as you follow along, you'll see basically that first week there's going to be some more OCPs, and then I'm going to stop my meds. And then on Friday, I'm going to get some teaching on how to do the injections. And then the injections officially start Saturday, July 7th. It's probably annoying to look at that backwards, so sorry. So I'll just kind of talk it out a little bit more from here. Righty. So it's going to be 2 injections nightly that I'm going to give myself. It's going to be interesting. But she said you just kind of like give it on your belly or whatever, and it's not that serious. It's sub-Q, so it shouldn't be too painful. And then at some point the following week, it's going to transition to 3 sub-Q injections, and they will let me know when. So then as that subsequent week continues, this is the week of July 9th, I will be doing my nightly injections. I'll be doing blood work twice that week. There'll be also another ultrasound, July 12th. And then starting Thursday, July 12th, I'm my doctor said no ibuprofen at all until egg extraction. So then basically that last week is when things get serious, and you're gonna, not, well, it's all serious, but you know what I mean. It's like you're gonna be going in kind of on a daily basis. So Monday, July 16th, there will be an ultrasound and some more blood work. Then Tuesday, July 17th, another ultrasound and blood work. And those two ultrasounds are important because they will determine, based on how your eggs are looking on those two ultrasounds, will be when they can determine when you're going to be primed for extraction. So basically, whenever that day is, she'll know based on what things are looking like. She says, all right, you got 48 hours, and that's going to be your extraction day. So as you can see on this schedule, which again is backwards, sorry, you'll see it says possible egg retrieval anywhere between July 18th, July 19th, or July 20th. And that's because, again, once they see on the ultrasound how things are looking, then they say 48 hours from there. So if you guys have work, if you guys have anything sorted or anything, try to basically just keep that in mind with your scheduling. What else was there that I wanted to tell you? Oh, I probably should have started by saying, before being able to even sign up and pick that I'm going to go with this July 7th start date for injections and everything, there's some baseline blood work that your doctor is going to want to do. Some people might get that blood work done at their primary doctor's office. Since I didn't go initially to my PCP for this, for like, you know, concerns for infertility, because it's not like I was trying or anything like that. I just went and made an appointment at Arizona Reproductive Institute, and they did all the blood work that was necessary. May or may not get covered by your insurance, FYI. So I had to do blood work. Was it once or twice? Once or twice, I can't recall, but I did choose the option where I paid like an extra like $200 or something for genetic testing, because I just wanted to know. And that's a personal choice. You could do as you wish with that, ladies. Then after your blood work is done, you will do an ultrasound during somewhere between like day 2 and 4 of one of your menstrual cycles, so they could assess what eggs and such are looking like, and to be able to determine likely how many eggs they will be able to extract during your egg retrieval process. So all of that was done, and then you have a follow-up appointment, again, where you talk about your results of your blood work and your ultrasound and all that good stuff, and then you decide what works for you. Of note, I should also break down a few more prices for you guys. Bear with me while I get some of this other paperwork for you. Broke down some numbers. All right. So in regards to, so I already broke down the egg preservation process. If you want, you could also choose to do an embryo freeze. So some people might have already a suitable sperm donor in place, i.e. boyfriend, husband, homie from back in the day, what have you. But either way, you could do that. And that process, whereas I said the main fee, excluding meds, was $4,900 for eggs freezing. For embryo freeze, it's $7,800. And prior to doing that, that would require sperm analysis and also blood work again beforehand. And also for that same process, when you're doing the getting ready for any egg retrieval, you have to also pay that $5,000 to $7,000 for your medications. Now, if anyone is interested, it looks like here, whenever you get to the top, oh, one more thing, sorry, I'm jumpy, sorry guys. So you know how I stated initially that main fee for the egg retrieval and the embryo, freeze and all that stuff, I said it was $4,600 and $7,800 respectively, outside of the cost of the medications. That fee includes a 1-year egg, I guess, keeping them in the freezer. So for 1 year, it'll cover it. And every year after that, you have to pay $500. So that's that. What else? Say you get to the point where you're ready to thaw your eggs and then do an actual transfer. That cost is $4,200, and the medications for that process will be $250 to $500. And these are all in US dollars in case people overseas or wherever are looking at this. All these numbers that I'm explaining are US dollars. And then the cost for semen analysis, if people are going the embryo freezing route or whatnot, is $95 US. See how the prices are so different? That's not fair. Anywho, just a little side note. So as far as paying out of pocket or insurance, it seems like most insurances don't cover this, which kind of sucks because I bet if it was men going through this, it would be covered 100%. Again, another side note. But they're currently looking to see how much my insurance might cover, but I'm kind of expecting that. I'm just not expecting much out of that, so I'm not getting my hopes up. What else do I want to share with you guys? I guess just in a nutshell, you're not alone. There's a lot of you out there that are maybe feeling some of the ways I've been feeling and going through some of these similar issues. Maybe had a recent breakup as well that was a long-term breakup that makes you kind of feel like, oh man, what's gonna happen for the future? And you know, just have to remind myself, Raph, stay in the process, stay in the moment, and do what you can about things, you know? My mama didn't raise a punk, so I'm not gonna start punking out now. So yeah, let's just have each other's back. I am hopeful that this was helpful for you and of benefit, and don't hesitate to hit me up. Depending on how many people hit me up, I don't know when I could reply or how quickly, but I will do my best to reply. I think that's about it. I'll probably do another video in a bit too, showing some graphs and such of, you know, basically, how did it break it down? It was like breaking it down into different like age ranges and like based on how many eggs are retrieved, what percentage you have of being able to get one baby out of it versus 2 versus 3, and another one about, you know, just percentage of eggs that might have any genetic malformation or whatnot, just genetic abnormalities rather, based on age. But I gotta run right now because my pizza's done out of the oven. All right, ladies, take care. Love you. Stay positive, stay blessed, and I wish you all the best. And I'll make sure to keep you all posted on how the process goes.